ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सामे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पासुतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। विवेकजानन्दनिमग्नचित्तं विवेकदानैकविनोदशीलं विवेकभासाकमनीयकान्तिं विवेकिनं तम् अहं नमामि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धेः पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
In our scriptures, the word Bhakti is used from different standpoints. Accordingly, Bhakti Yoga also has many types of meanings. In the last class we saw, from Ishvara Tattva standpoint, Ekarupa Ishvara Bhakti, Bahurupa Ishvara Bhakti, Sarvarupa Ishvara Bhakti, Arupa Ishvara Bhakti. Then from devotee standpoint, Tamasa Bhakti, Rajasa Bhakti, Satvika Bhakti, Nirguna Bhakti. And from intention standpoint, Sadhana Bhakti, otherwise called Sakama Bhakti. Then Sadhya Bhakti, otherwise called Nishkama Bhakti. Then Siddha Bhakti, otherwise called Jnani Bhakti. Then from lifestyle standpoint, Pravritti Marga Bhakti, Nivritti Marga Bhakti. Then from sadhana standpoint, Kaika Rupa Bhakti, Vachika Rupa Bhakti, Manasa Rupa Bhakti. And from Lakshanam standpoint, Navavidha Lakshanam. A devotion should have all these 9 Lakshanas. First one is Shravanam. Ishvara, Rupa Mahima, Guna Mahima, Leela Mahima Shravanam. Ishvara Tattva Shravanam. Then Kirtanam. Ishvara Rupa Mahima Kirtanam, Guna Mahima Kirtanam, Leela Mahima Kirtanam, Nama Mahima Kirtanam. Anything connected with the Ishvara is glorified through our Vak Shakti is called Kirtan. Then Smaranam. Ishvara Mahima Smaranam, Leela Smaranam, Guna Smaranam, Nama Smaranam, done by mind. Then Tattva Vicharam, done by mind. It is called Mananam. Then fourth one is Ishwarasya Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam means generally understood as worship of the lotus feet of the Lord. But to do that, you need lotus feet tangibly, because worship is a tangible action, either done by physically or done by mentally. So what is the meaning of Pada of the Ishvara? Then Shastra says, Bhuv Padau. Entire creation, entire Srishti, Jagat, this creation is Bhagavan's Padaha. So Pada Vandanam or Pada Sevanam means serving the creation. That is in modern days defined as Shivajnane Jiva Seva by Swami Vivekananda Maharaj. Then fifth one is Archanam. Archanam also is an action, generally understood. When we go to temple, we ask the priest uncle, please do Archanam. You are offering the flowers, physical flowers, physically, that is elementary level of offering. The actual offering is, you are offering Daivi Sampat. It's a Sampat, it's a property. Daivi Sampat you are offering to the Lord, thanking Him that you made my life as a worthy life. You made my mind as a worthy mind without any animalistic qualities. Therefore, I thank you. So, all types of asuric qualities or rakshasic qualities or animalistic qualities are destroyed or quarantined, and sattvic qualities, Daivi Sampat, like Ahimsa, Indriya Nigraham, Daya, Shama, Shantihi, Satyam, like that, varieties of Daivi Sampat. The list of Daivi Sampat is in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan himself enlists. So those Daivi Sampat are offered to the Lord. Why it should be offered? Because He is the origin of all this Daivi Sampat. Because of His grace, we could get some element of that Sampat. Like Bhagavan is having entire wealth of the creation. So a rich man gets little bit. Similarly, this sadhaka also is a rich person. That's why he is called Maharajaha. What richness he is having? These are all the grand richness. Ahimsa prathamam pushpam pushpam indriya nigraha sarva bhuta daya pushpam shama pushpam visheshataha shantir pushpam tapah pushpam dhyana pushpam tathaivacha satyam ashtavidham pushpam vishno preetikaram bhavet. Ahimsa, you all know what does it mean. Then indriya nigraham. Then daya, sarva bhuta daya. We have compassion towards only selected people, selected things, selected animals. Here sarva bhuta daya. Then shama, forgiving nature. Then shantihi. Shantihi means triptihi, contentment. Then dhyanam. Dhyanam here means a mind which can focus only on Lord. Ekakrata Chittam is called Dhyanam here. Then Satyam, being truthful. Ashtavidham Pushpam Vishno Pritikaram Bhavet. Let all these flowers please the Lord. Why it should be done? Any asset which you possess, if it is not offered to the Lord, the same asset becomes a danger in our life. For example, you take ordinary wealth. If the wealth is not offered to the Lord, what is the meaning of offering the wealth to the Lord? Offering the wealth to the satkarmas, dharmic activities. If it is not offered, naturally the wealth will be spent for pampering one's own physical existence, pampering one's own arrogance, pomp and show, and varieties of vices will develop. If a rich person is not dharmic, naturally he will develop varieties of vices, bad habits, and ultimately the very wealth will destroy the person. So these are all the wealths, very durlabham even for gods in the heavens. When we get it because of our self-effort, prayer, and the grace of the Lord and the guidance of the elders. So therefore it should be offered to the Lord. Vishnoho Pritikaram Bhave. Let the Vishnu pleased by this wealth offering. So this is called Archana, fifth Lakshana. Then comes sixth Lakshana, Vandanam. Vandana means salutation. Here the salutation means Sharanagati. I salute only to the Lord. If at all I happen to salute someone else, seeing the presence of the Lord in that person, then I salute. That is our Indian culture. That is why when we say salutation to anyone, what is the word we use? Namaste. Namaha te tubhyam. Namaha te. Same word is used while offering salutation to the Lord. While offering the salutation to the Lord, same word is used. So here, Ishvara Sharanagati is meant as Vandanam. That means, I will never question the Sarvajñatvam of the Lord. I will never question the Sarva Dayalutvam of the Lord. Whatever happens in my life or in the creation, I will not question it because Bhagavan knows better than me. Bhagavan is most compassionate than any other being in the creation. This is the conviction. This conviction is called Vandana. This conviction doesn't allow the sadhaka to question anything. That is why Prahlada Swami, who has propounded this 9 Navavidha Lakshana Bhakti, never questioned Lord when his father tormented him. 5-year-old boy, whatever is his conviction, he expressed. When father asked, what is the greatest teaching you learned? What is the greatest teaching you learned? What he learned? That he has to tell. Because he has to be honest. So therefore he told, Vishnu Bhakti is the greatest teaching. Navavidha Lakshana Rupa Vishnu Bhakti is the greatest thing. When he answered truthfully, what is his conviction? He has the right to convey his conviction. And that too when asked. Then immediately you start killing means. Why you ask him? In many other cultures, when they ask other religious people opinion, what is the opinion about your God? So when the person says, he is persecuted. Even the Jesus Christ was persecuted because of telling his conviction. I and my Father are one. The kingdom of heaven is within you. These are all his convictions. Immediately, he was persecuted by Jews. Like that, when Hiranyakashipu persecuted Prahlada, Prahlada never complained. At least he could have chanted one shloka. Bhagavan, I am asked to tell the truth, so I told the truth according to my understanding. So why people are troubling me? He could have told, at least he could have expressed his agony. Never. When father ordered to throw him into the dungeon well from the mountain, Prahlada Swami was thrown and falling down. Bhuma Devi held him and put him near the palace. The person who was thrown away from the mountain has reached the palace with all safety. Then father asked, Hare, I told these soldiers to throw you from the mountain. They have thrown. Then nothing happened. Nothing happened. Where are those fellows? They are coming. Because they are take time. Similarly, poison was given through his mother. Mother was hesitating. He never cried or complained. Simply took the poison by himself. Don't worry, mother, nothing will happen. That is the conviction. Imagine, Vandanam is very difficult. Vandanam means salutation, namaste, namaste, nahi. Understand? Govinda, Govinda. This is also Vandanam only. This is elementary school Vandanam. The Vandanam here meant is Sharanagati. Never questioning the happenings in one's own life or in the creation. Why the flood has come? Why the war is there? Why like this problem for others? Like that people question. Nah. Even though they don't do anything, they will question. Kadavulu kannu irukka, whether the God has eyes, like that. So a devotee will never question anything because he has the conviction that Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha. Everything happens in the creation happens due to karma phala niyati. Bhagavan doesn't act by whims and fancies. He acts through karma phala niyati, karma phala dhata. At the same time, he is Sarva Dayalu, so he will give solution for that also. Like a judge who gives punishment to his own son, keeping his judgeship intact, then comes out of that chair and pays the fine on behalf of the son and releases the son. Sitting in the judge chair, he won't release. Understand? That is why Bhagavan is karma phala dhata, cannot be bribed by anyone. At the same time, Sarva Dayalu, Karunamurti, so he gives the solution also. So, Vandana means having this conviction that Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha, Sarva Dayalu, and accepting everything as prasada from the Lord. Rame Richa. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel has one example for this idea. Sarvam Rame Richa. A devotee was caught by police and standing in front of the judge with the complaint that he has stolen this precious jewel. Then judge asked. Then the devotee was giving witness. By Rame Richa, I got up early in the morning. By Rame Richa, I went to my field. By Rame Richa, done my agricultural work. Then at the evening, by Rame Richa, I came safely. Then by Rame Richa, I took dinner. Then by Rame Richa, I was sitting in front of my house, chanting the Ramanama. By Rame Richa, 2 or 3 thieves have come. They have thrown a bag by Rame Richa. When I opened that bag by Ramericha, I found the jewels inside the bag. By the time by Ramericha, police have come. By Ramericha, I am standing in front of you. Ramericha is a word in Bengal. By Rama's will. By Rama's will, all this happened. Hearing that, the judge told, by Ramericha, now you are released, sir. If the judge would have told, by Ramericha, you are given punishment, then what will be the condition of the devotee? By Ramericha, I accept that. Very difficult. So this is the meaning of Vandanam. Then seventh lakshanam of devotion is Dasyam. Serving the Lord. Dasyam means Dasa Bhavana. Having Dasa Bhavana, one lives in this world. Serving the Lord. Does the Lord requires my service? The devotee knows, no, he never requires my service. He is Sarva Shaktiman. He doesn't need anybody's help or assistance to perform his Jagat Srishti Sthiti Laya Karmani. Understand? So, it is an opportunity given to me to serve him. This is the conviction. So, he feels very much grateful for this opportunity. And he has gratitude also towards the Lord, because instead of serving the local masters, I am given the service of the universal master. What is the benefit of being the servant of the Lord? Freedom from fear. Namarkum kudiyallom namanai anjo. Tirunavukarasa Swami says, I am the servant of the Lord. Therefore, I have no fear. Freedom from fear. You become a servant of any person, including Indra, you will have fear. Agni, Vayu, Yama, all are Indra's servants only. Understand? So they have fear or not? Bhisha smatvatapate, Bhishode disuryaha, Bhishadagnischendrascha. Even Indra has fear or not? All local masters also will have fear, and one who serve the local masters also will have fear. Yatra mrityuhu parasparam. Yatra mrityuhu parasparam. A servant of the Lord alone is free from bhaya. Why? Because he has united his individuality with the Lord's identity. That's why any Shishya in Sanatana Dharma, when he asks, who are you? He will tell, I am the Shishya of so and so Gurudev. He will not tell his name. When Karna was asked, who are you? He did not tell, I am so and so. He did not tell, my father is so and so. Mother is so and so. He did not tell. I am the Shishya of Bhagavan Parashurama. The very Shishyatvam means identity loss. I don't have a separate identity. Whatever identity is about me from the onlooker standpoint, that is from the standpoint of my relationship with my Gurudev or with my Lord. That's why when Ravana asked Hanumanji, hey monkey, who are you? Then Hanumanji says, do you remember a person called Vali? I asked, who are you? Why you are starting Vali's history? Because Vali word is a terrifying word for Ravana. Vali has kept Ravana under his ankle and tied him as a toy when Angada was a child. That was the power of Vali. So when Vali name is uttered, immediately that fellow got irritated. Because it's an insult. And no other person knows this history. This fellow is going to start one past history wherein my dignity will be in trouble. Why you are talking about Vali? No, that Vali is there, na? That Vali was dispatched with one arrow by one person called Rama. How the identity comes, you see? Your greatest enemy, your great fearful enemy was dispatched by one arrow, by one grand person. I am the servant of that grand person. And when he says, I am the servant, he says, I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the Rama. Dasasya, 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 dasoham, he says. That means I am last level dasa. Last level dasa? Because Hanumanji killed already Ravana's son, Akshay Kumara, and created a lot of havoc in Ashokavana. Many fellows are died. Dasasya, 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 dasa has this power. Imagine the second level dasa, third level dasa, and first level dasa, and the master's power. That was his identity. Okay, what is your name? That doesn't make any sense, he says. That doesn't make any sense. Tell how people call you. Oh, that you are asking. Because my mouth is little bit protruded, so I am called Hanuman. Hanu means one whose mouth has come in front. Little protruded mouth. So that was the identity of the servant. Therefore, he doesn't have any idea of ownership, whether with regard to the possession which he is using or with regard to his own body. He will not have ahankara and mamakara. Here, you see, the bhavana is considered as bhakti. First one is action is considered as bhakti. Shravanam is an action. Sankirtanam is an action. Mananam is an action. So now you understand what are the possible confusions with regard to the word bhakti. Here the very bhavana, the bhavana of absence of ownership in one's life, and the bhavana of submitting everything to the Lord's service. In the process, even if a danger comes to his body or to his dignity, to his honor, he will not complain. When Hanuman's tail was put into the fire, he could have at least prayed one shloka. Oh Ramji, you sent me to this fellow, uncultured fellow. Because dhutas, Raja dhutas are not insulted, should not be persecuted. That is the niyama of the Rajyam. But this fellow is uncultured fellow. He is insulting the messenger. He has not given even a chair for me. So when Ravana refused to give chair, Hanumanji constructed one bigger chair through his tail. So then Ravana found that tail is the source of strength for monkey and it is the sign of honor. So hurt the tail, then the person's honor is insulted like that. Fire was put on the tail. But Hanumanji never bothered about it. He stretches his tail so that let the wick, it's a wick, okay, let the wick burn nicely so that I can lit the lamp all over Sri Lanka. Understood? Nalla erinjadhaan விளக்கு ஏத்த முடியும். So let me lamp Ramanama all over the Sri Lanka. So Jai Sitara, like that he will chant. Then lit the lamp. What lamp? Houses in the Sri Lanka. So, absence of ownership and willful submission of his own body, mind for the service of the Lord. Having no personal agenda for himself. See, every employee or a servant has his own personal agenda, then he joins with the company's agenda, then he joins with the owner's agenda. Understood? What is the personal agenda of an employee, any dasa? Salary. Dhanam, dhanyam, pashum. That is the personal agenda. Here the dasa doesn't have the personal agenda. Ek langoti, do roti. Kapil Das Maharaj sings. He also as Rama Dasa only. So he says, Ek langoti, do roti paya. With all happiness, he says, oh my dear, you have fed me with 2 rotis and you have given me one langoti, kaupina, as a dress to keep my dignity. Enough. Please tell what should I do today. So he doesn't have any personal agenda to gain anything from the Lord. He considers himself as the instruments in the hands of the Lord. Himself means his body, mind as the instrument. He feels blessed being associated with the Lord. I am used by the Lord. Like Rama Bana feels blessed. I am so sharp, perfect. I will accomplish any task given while traveling. The Rama Bana thinks, I am Rama Bana, unfailing one. I can finish off any fellow and come back to same queer of the Rama. So that feeling of blessedness is called here Dasyam. Feeling of blessedness in living the day-to-day life, serving the Lord, serving the children of the Lord, serving the Srishti of the Lord. Any work. Hanumanji was great jnani. If he would have been sent to teach Vedanta, that would have been right work given by Rama to such a great person. But for what purpose he was sent? He was sent to find out his wife and brahmachari, searching for a woman, and that too he has to search a woman among the women only. So brahmachari is prohibited to go to inner apartments of the women. It's an insulting job. When Ramji entrusted this work, Hanumanji could have asked, Bhagavan, me, I feel ashamed. I am brahmachari. I never happened to be in search of a woman. Nor I lived with any woman. He could have told, na. And in the process, he had to kill so many people. A jnani, sarvabhuta dayalu, has to be a killer. So dharma is gone. Brahmachari dharma is gone. Jnani dharma is gone. A jnani doesn't even kill an ant purposely, because he sees Bhagavan there also. In Jadabharata Maharaj story we come across. When his body was killed, he doesn't protest. But when he was walking, he was stopping for the safe movement of ants. That is the jnani's embodiment of compassion. Any jnani is an embodiment of compassion. Some may express, some may not express, because they see the Lord there. Prahlada Swami himself asked Bhagavan, when Bhagavan asked Prahlada, please ask boon, like that. So he asked the boon. What is the boon, you know? Let all jivas get knowledge, which cannot be fulfilled even by God. All jivas cannot get knowledge. Yeah, they don't want it. They want to suffer only. Like that, Bhagavan refuses. But the boon is from the compassionate heart. The very asking for boon was the sign of compassion of the Jnani. Here, Hanumanji also is a great Jnani, and he was given the work of finishing off so many people. He never did Prayaschitta. Bhagavan Rama did Prayaschitta for all war crimes. Prayaschitta for war crimes. Brahma Hatya Dosha. Hanuman also could have joined. If Ravana is Brahmana, Akshay Kumar also is a Brahmana. So Hanumanji also could have joined. No, because Ahankara Mamakaratvam Nasti. I am a simple instrument in the hands of the Lord, like a bullet which is shooted towards any person. Will the bullet feel any guilt? Arere, I am going towards a person, my kissing will be a death sentence for him. Whether the bullet have anything, guilt, any guilt, like that the dasyatva. Imagine now what is the condition of dasyatva. And people say, I am the dasa of the Lord. Do you know the meaning of being a dasa of the Lord? So, one who has eradicated his individual existence in his mind and one who has connected his individual existence with the Lord is called dasa. In that also 3 stages are there. Dasaha, Kinkaraha, Preshyaha. 3 levels are there. Dasaha is the last level. Next is Kinkaraha, then Preshya. So one who can talk to the Lord is called Preshya. Because king cannot talk directly to the servants. The Raja will look at the minister only. Minister has to talk to the army general. Army general only will talk to the soldier. Like that hierarchy. It is called hierarchy. So when a dasa stands at the doorstep, Kinkara will ask, what is the matter? So dasa will tell the matter to the Kinkara. Then when Kinkara was talking to the dasa, the Preshya will observe. Then he will ask, what is the matter? Like that. Then when Preshya talks to Kinkara, Raja will observe, what is the matter? Like that hierarchy. So, one who has completely effaced his individuality is called dasaha. Then sakyam. Sakya, being friend of the Lord. Here friend of the Lord means generally they give Arjuna as the example. That is not the meaning actually meant here. Because when Prahlada Swami told Sakyam, certainly Arjuna was not there at all. Prahlada Swami is prayer to Arjuna. Understand? When he uses the word Sakyam, certainly Prahlada Swami will not have an idea that Arjuna is example for this. Correct? Because Arjuna was not at all born. So when Prahlada Swami says Sakyam, what does it mean? We have to think of considering oneself as a companion of the Lord. Considering oneself as the companion of the Lord, what does it mean? The difference between me and the Lord is never felt. In previous stage, the difference is there. Master dasa difference. And there is an hierarchy. So therefore, there is a etiquette to follow. You have to follow the etiquette. Hi Krishna, like that you cannot say. Hi Vishnu, like that you cannot say in dasyatva. So like Hanumanji, even though Bhagavan gives greater respect to Hanumanji, Even though Bhagavan embraces the devotee Hanumanji, Hanumanji preferred to be where? At the feet of the Rama. Here, it is equality. Sakyatvam is equal. You can call the Lord in singular also. You can call the Lord in singular address also. So neither desire for favor, nor fear of getting punishment, nor having any hierarchy in his mind that he is greater than me. Here, Sakyatvam is, Bhagavan also is equal to me. How? In what way he is equal? In what way he is equal? When a devotee considers himself as Dasa, he considers Bhagavan as the master because of Ananta Kalyana Gunatvam. He is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktihi, Sarvadayalu. I am Alpajnaha, Alpashaktihi, Alpadayalu. The difference in knowledge. Here there is no difference. In their transaction, there is no difference. So how it is possible? Suddenly a person considers himself equal to the Lord. The same Sakyatvam happens in the life of Hanumanji, wherein he challenges Rama and fights with Rama. That is different story that I will tell in Ramayana. This is basics of Vedanta. So the Sakya, he feels that I am equal in power. I can fight with you. You understand? So this conviction is possible because of only one knowledge. What is that? There is same element in both Ishvara and me. Even though from another standpoint I may be lesser than the Ishvara, from this standpoint of having the similarity. What is that similarity? What is that similarity? Anaditvam, Amrutyuhu. Like Ishvara, Jiva also is Anadi. Like Ishvara, Jiva also is Amrutyuhu, deathless. That is why Srinvantu Vishwe Amrutasya Putra. If you are Amrutaha, I am also Amrutaha. If you cannot be destroyed, I also cannot be destroyed. No, I will destroy. You can destroy my body and mind. I am not the body and mind. This knowledge is called Sakyatvam. Nowhere you will find this explanation in any of the published literature. It's all hidden in the bhashyas of the great acharyas. The Sakyatvam is possible, the equality is possible, because here the Shastram is talking about relating with the Lord. So the related relationship is there. So all these 7 stages told earlier, 7 lakshanas told earlier, were with clear differentiation. You hear Lord's glory, you sing the Lord's glory because it is worthy. The singer is worthless. Then only you can sing the glory of the Lord, which happened to be the worthy entity. So you meditate on the Lord. So there is a clear differentiation between the meditator and the meditated Ishvara. Here Sakyam comes. So no difference between the Dheya Vastu and the Dhatu. This you can know in the life of Gopikas. They were mothers. Krishna was just 11-year-old child. They were mothers. How mothers who have husband and children can be friend to Krishna? They can consider him as child. That's okay because of age difference. How they consider themselves? Hey, Sakhe, they call him Sakha. Bhagavan also calls them Sakhi. And even Gopika challenges Bhagavan Krishna. When Bhagavan Krishna want to get away from her, so when he want to go away from her, she challenges by one shloka. Hastamukshipya yatosi bala Krishna kim adbhutam. Hey Krishna, you are simply detaching your hand from my hand and going away from me by your power of hand. Yadi niryasi hridayat tataha ganayami paurusha. If you can go away from my heart, then I will consider you as a great, powerful Vala. What a challenge. This challenge can be given only by Sakha. You are going away from me. If you can get away from my heart, then I will consider you as a powerful person. Then Bhagavan comes back. Hey, this is not the time for Vedanta. This is time for Rasa Leela. Rasa Leela time happens this. So she can challenge the Lord out of love. And she can exemplify her love that Bhagavan is never away from me. Can never be away from me. Yes, even though I have all types of problems with my body and mind, my core personality is nothing but the reflection of the Lord. Here also duality is there. Please understand. Here also duality is there. I exist as equal to Lord. Eighth Lakshana is I exist as equal to the Lord. As Jiva with the Ishvara. Jiva Ishvara Bedaha Asti Parantu Abedaha Api Asti. Keeping this only, they have developed Beda Abeda Vada. One philosophy has been developed by this. Like Dvaita philosophy is developed from Dasyam. Madhvacharya has developed Dvaita philosophy. You are eternally Dasa. You can never be an Ishvara. You can never be united with Ishvara. You can connect with Ishvara. So Dvaita philosophy is from Dasya Tattva. This is Veda Abheda philosophy. From one standpoint, I may be different from you, but another standpoint is there, valid standpoint. From that standpoint, I cannot be away from you, nor I can be lesser than you. What is the standpoint? I told you, Anaditvam. Jiva is Anadi, Shastra says. Jiva is Amrutaha. Srinvantu Vishwe Amrutasya Putra. This is the conviction of a Sakha to the Lord. Then final Lakshana comes, which is in the form of Advaita Jnanam, Atma Nivedanam it is called. It is called Atma Nivedanam. In Bhakti scriptures, they will interpret complete surrender to the Lord. When you do surrender, whether the surrenderer is there to do that surrendering work or not. When you offer flower, you are separate, flower is separate. When you offer flower, you are separate, flower is separate, so flower is offered. When you offer yourself, will you be there as an offering person or as offered entity? For this, Dvaitins don't have answer. As an offerer you stay, or an offered entity you are there when offering going on. Very deep. Prahlad Swami knows what he means. He means Atma Nivedana means Jnana. Giving up the idea that I exist as a separate entity. Saswarupa anasandhanam bhaktihi iti abhidhiyate. Bhagavan Shankara writes. having the attitude of being Ishvara myself, is called Atmanivedanam. Not Tanu Manu Sabu Kuchi Tera. When you say Tanu Manu Sabu Kuchi Tera, you are there or not? You are there. Then how you offer? What you offer? Tanu, Manu, where you offer? You are the offerer. What is offered? So there is nothing called Swatmanivedanam in Dvaidam. Already Sharanagati is told already in Vandanam itself. Understand? Here Atmanivedanam means effacing the Ajnanam of Dvaitatvam between the Ishvara and Jiva. That means gaining the wisdom. I am the same Anantavastu, Mayeva Sakalam Jatam, Mayi Sarvam Pratishtitam. Here, the person's I stands as what? Neither as Ishvara nor as Jiva, but as Brahman. See, in 9 stages, if you observe, the level of the seeker is raised stage by stage. As a Shishya, you go and do Shravana. As a Shishya, you do Kirtana. As a Shishya, you do Manana, Smarana. Then as a Shishya, you do Padasevana. So now Shishya goes towards the Lord for Padasevana, action. So far he is with Gurudev only. Shravanam, Maranam, Gurudev. Once the Smaranam has come, Gurudev is gone. Gurudev is left out. No need for Gurudev. So connection with only Ishvara from 3rd stage onwards. Then Padasevanam. Jignasu. That entire Vishwam is Vishnu. They are only in Gurukula. Up to 3rd stage, he is in Gurukula. Then 4th stage, outside Gurukula also happened to be his place wherein his service is required. Then 5th stage, Archanam. So he converts himself as a Yogya Purusha, having all the Daivi Sampat. Then Vandanam. He surrendered himself. 6th. Then 7th is Dasyatva. The surrendering so complete, having no questioning about his own existence. Then Sakyatvam, 8th stage, wherein he feels very similar existence with the Lord. The 9th one is Atma Nivedanam. He doesn't feel the existence of Ishvara at all. See the gradual transformation. This is called Bhakti. Now you tell whether you can follow this Bhakti without Karma Yoga, without knowledge can you follow, without doing fruitful activities can you follow, without having proper attitude can you follow this Bhakti? So one is not exclude of another, please understand. So from one standpoint, one sadhana is given importance. Like Sattva Guni means what? Sattva Guna Pradhani. Sattva Guni doesn't mean absence of Tamo Guna. If there is absence of Tamo Guna in Sattva Guni, you will not get sleep at all. So Pradhanam is considered as the standpoint in anything. In our scripture also, same method is told here. So therefore, Bhakti has varieties of meaning. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga also has varieties of meaning. Okay, Swamiji, by telling all this meaning, now you confused us. Please tell something by which I can feel myself as a devotee. Prahlada Swami himself gives that definition of a bhakta. Ya pritihi avivekanam vishayeshu anapayini tvam anusmaratas same hridayan mapasarpatu. Beautiful definition. Avivekanam, Ajnaninam, worldly mindanam. For worldly minded fellow, ya pritihi, anapayini pritihi. Unconditional love or uninterrupted love towards the Vishayeshu, towards the Vishayas, Vishaya Sukha, Vishaya Bhoga, Dhanam, Dhanyam, Pashum, Bahuputra, Labham. Towards this, there is a love na, for a worldly minded fellow. You take one rich person gets happiness just by counting the money or seeing the money or thinking about the money. A lover feels happy and always having the uninterrupted flow of thought towards that loved entity. A mother feels the love towards the child, newborn child. A person with toothache, uninterrupted flow of thought. When a person's honor is hurt, he gets anger because of that hurt. He told me like that. Are over, 1 year over, forget this, 2 year over, forget this, 4 year over, 20 years over, forget. Your mother told 20 years before when marriage ceremony happened, Anapayini Asakti. The same Asakti should come to my in thinking about you. Tam anusmarataha sa anapayini pritihi me hridayat apasarpatu ma. Let the mind get that type of attachment for you. The attachment, thought flow which a worldly man has towards the worldly things, that same thought flow and attachment should be there for you with regard to you and your service, thinking about you like that. Now we can have question. How much percentage this Anapayini Priti is there? So it's all gradual evolution. We need not condemn ourselves, nor we put down our head, nor we need to put down our head. We understand this is what Bhakti. In Narada Bhakti Sutra, it is defined Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. Sa Bhakti. Asmin Bhakti Prema Rupa Parama Prema Rupa. Prahlada Swami gives explanation to that sutra. Yes, Gurudev told Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. What is that Parama Prema? Anapayini Pritihi is called Parama Prema. Should be towards the Lord. So nothing can stand in front of His love. Nothing can be obstacle for His love. No one can challenge His love towards the Lord. In spite of father's persecution, nothing can be obstacle for His love. When Prahlada Swami asked that boon, oh Bhagavan, give knowledge to all. There also he expresses his love towards the Lord only. Bhagavan asked, why you bothered about these samsaris? Let them cry, let them suffer, because they have not respected my Guru Parampara. They never heard the advice of the Guru Parampara. They are wantedly going for the samsaric things and get into trouble. So let them cry. Why you bother about it? You renounce the world and go into the moksha marga. Like that he says. Then Prahlada Swami says, what Bhagavan, you yourself forgot the Vedanta. What Vedanta I forgot? Narasimhamurti was scratching his head. Let them cry, let them suffer. When you say, who are they? It is you. Vishwam Vishnu. It is you. How can I see you crying? What a love towards humanity, you see. This is the conviction of the Jnani. That is why he feels very compassionate. At the same time, he cannot do anything. Because Bhagavan is crying. His beloved is crying. How can I see my beloved crying? My dear, as Ishvara, they can be your Srishti. They can be Jivas from your standpoint. But as Bhakta, for me, their cry is equal to your cry. Their suffering is equal to your suffering. When Prahlada Swami told this, Bhagavan Narasimha went into meditative mode. Because his anger could not be controlled by Devatas, therefore only they pushed Prahlada Swami to go and talk to him. So when Prahlada Swami was talking, his anger is getting down and down and down. When he revealed and reminded Ishvara, Narasimha Swami, that it is this Jagat is your Swarupa, it cannot hold your anger, nor your negligence, nor your Shapa, my dear, because it is you, my dear. When Prahlada Swami reminds the Bhagavan, then Bhagavan feels, aha, what a devotee. So he does Pattabhisheka to Prahlada Swami, Bhaktanam Chakravarti. Bhakta Chakravarti. Today also Prahlada Swami is Bhakta Chakravarti. Here the Bhakta means what? Not Banana Bhakta, not Prasada Bhakta. Here Jnani Bhakta. The same feeling you can see expressed in the life of Swami Vivekananda. How much feeling he comes while seeing the people suffering. Hey Hari Bhai, I don't understand your religion, but my heart feels. Now you understand? Bhakti Yoga leads ultimately to oneness with the Lord, oneness with the Srishti, oneness with the suffering people. So a sadhaka can never isolate himself and be arrogant and be deaf to the others. This is called Bhakti Yoga. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sad Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.